Okay, so inside of this video, I am going to be comparing the two different Fiend masks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another review video. So I've done a few of these before, mostly to do with replica belts, which is kind of my expertise. I can't say I'm experienced in mask reviewing because there's not that many wrestling masks I've ever owned, or there's not that many wrestlers that even wear masks anymore. So this is going to be comparing the two different Fiend masks. So we're going to be comparing the wonderful one, which I felt the need to put inside of a glass case, against this thing. Everyone always loves the sound it makes when you just flap it around. This Velcro thing, and we're going to be comparing these two things. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go and jump right in. So I don't even know where to begin. I wrote down the specifications of each that WWE gives when you purchase these things. So both of these came from WWEShop. I just got this one a few weeks ago, the Fiend Deluxe Edition mask. If you guys didn't see the unboxing video of that, I suggest you go watch that after you finish this video. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, this thing is, I don't know if I can say anything nice about this. This thing is the regular one, obviously. This is the deluxe one. The price difference, I guess we'll start there. So, this mask right here, ladies and gentlemen, the regular Fiend mask costs about $50. $50, which is a lot to pay for this. So I guess we'll go through this regular mask first before we make it to our main event, the Deluxe Fiend mask. So this mask right here costs $50. I get half price, which says how much to actually make these for. I get this for $25. So if you go into WWEShop and look at the specifications for this thing, the regular one, first off, it's $50. Second off, it's the regular one, and it is 100% silicone. Silicone. When Bray Wyatt first debuted this gimmick and I saw this mask, I'm like, holy crap, I hope they make a replica mask like they made for Kane, made out of 100% real leather, and I hope it's wonderful and amazing, and I want to get it, I want to unbox it, I want to review it, I want to show the internet that, and I was so excited when I saw the Fiend character, for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's a wonderful wrestling gimmick, and it's like one of the greatest gimmicks we've seen in years, but second off, like, the amazing mask, and, I got the replica, and this is what the replica ended up being. It's 100% silicone freaking toy. And believe it or not, they do make one cheaper than this. They make a $9 one, which is made out of hard plastic, which if you do this to, it will crack into a million pieces. So we have the silicone one, which is horrible. I mean, the front they painted up a little bit, but the back is that shiny, like, silicone crap, really. So they say it's 100% silicone. They say it has Velcro snaps, which it actually does. Horrible. The cheapest fastening system in the world that they put on the cheap Mattel belts, actually, and they don't have, the snaps. So that's what they say about this. They say this mask is 9.5 by 8.5 inches. I'm not actually sure what it is, but there's just some there's some issues with their measuring I've noticed, which we'll get into when we get to the deluxe one. So that's for the regular one. It's if you want me to be honest, it's a cheap piece of crap. Do not pay $50 for this. For the love of God, do not pay $50 for this. This is horrible. Since the second I got this, before they even revealed this one, I knew this was crap. Like, it's horrible. The paint job does not look realistic at all. Like, look at that one. That looks like the real mask. This looks like a freaking Chinese rip-off toy that they sell at the dollar store. I mean, it's just horrible. So that's for the regular one. Now for the deluxe one, I guess we're going to have to bring it out of its glass enclosure. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Ooh, here we go, guys. So I got to put this somewhere because this thing is actually real glass. A lot of the glass boxes you get are actually that, that clear plastic, whatever it's called. It's just not quality. So pick up this thing. It weighs nothing. It's complete crap. There's no weight listed for this. Meanwhile, onto the deluxe one, which I'm scared to touch. I actually washed my hands thoroughly like 3 times before I even started this video because I do not want anything to get on this because the thing was quite expensive. We'll get into the price of this one. So here this is. This is the deluxe mask. Obviously, I'm going to do some close-ups for you guys so you guys can see everything. Yeah, I mean, this mask is wonderful. The side has the wonderful stitching. It has the real metal screws on the side, the bolts that hold the whole thing together. It has the real fabric stitching on the sides. If we move on to the back of the mask, we actually have a real, hear that? That is real metal buckles. So that's That's wonderful. It's very high quality. I believe the straps are 100% real leather. They do feel like real leather. I mean, it's a very quality thing. It does have a good weight to it. So this is the Deluxe Mask. These are actually not for sale anymore. Yeah, that's how popular and how in demand these things were. I actually bought it the day it came out. I checked back the next day. They were sold out. And I was lucky enough to get it. These, they revealed, I believe, last fall. And they still have tons of these plastic crap things. I mean, I don't want to do that with this expensive thing, but I mean, you can just see the difference. I mean, this thing's a quality piece of art, and that's what I'm gonna use it for, because this thing was $200. This one was $50, so it is, you know, 4 times the price. But I believe it's justified. I mean, it's hard to justify spending that much on a wrestling mask, but it looks amazing, you know, when you put it in the box and everything. I know some people were like, put a mannequin head on it so it doesn't disform or anything. I personally don't believe it's going to disform just because of the materials it's made of. So they say this one is made of actually not 100% real leather. You're not getting 100% real leather for $200, which is kind of BS, but there might be a purpose for that. So it's 50% real leather and 50% rubber. So you're not getting any of this silicone crap or any of this Velcro crap with this mask. You're getting real leather and you're getting rubber. And I believe the rubber is just to kind of make it not disform, because sometimes when leather starts to age and gets worn out, which unless you're wearing this thing all over the place, I don't think anything's happening to it. I mean, if you put it in the glass box, you're keeping dust off of it. You're keeping, you know, the air kind of out of it. You're not really getting any air in that, because this thing's pretty airtight. Like, it goes down in these channels, which kind of seals it up pretty good. I don't think it's going to disform, or someone said rot. And I'm like, leather rot? I mean, that's going to take hundreds of years, isn't it? But it is 50% rubber. I believe it's kind of like a material they've kind of somehow made into this. So it kind of holds its form pretty well. I mean, it's a quality thing. So for the measurements, which is what kind of threw me off for this, where I'm like, okay, who's measuring these things? Is it a toddler who can't read? Like, is it a toddler who cannot read? Is that who's measuring these? So they say this one's, okay, look at the size. So obviously this mask is flat. It's supposed to be like that. So this is supposed to be like that. And you can see the difference there. This is supposed to be, this one's supposedly 9.5 by 8.5 inches on the measurements. This one they are measuring at approximately 24 inches by 10 inches. So it's saying it's more of the double size. I'm like, okay. So someone's unbuckling the back and like measuring the straps too on it, I believe, is where they're getting 2 feet. I guess that's where they're getting the 2 feet. They're saying it's 2 feet wide. I guess they're measuring the straps too. So we can't really compare it on that kind of deal. So something you do get with the deluxe one that you don't get with this, which is not worth, you know, I think the quality of the mask is going to justify the cost, not this crap. And I'm sorry, this sound literally bothers me so bad. It always has since I was a little kid. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it very quickly. That sound, it's always bothered me. It's just plastic. It's a plastic bag. It's not like a grocery store bag. It's, you know, it's polyester, which is made of, you know, plastic fibers, I believe, in some kind of manufacturing way. So it's a very cheap bag. That does not justify this. It's quite small, as you can see next to me. It's a tiny, tiny bag, just big enough for the mask to fit in. I mean, it's a good thing to kind of keep it, you know, away from the elements, away from dust and everything. And I'm sounding like a giant nerd right now. It's just a $200 leather piece. Put it somewhere where it's not going to get, you know, wet or destroyed or something like that. So anything else I want to cover on this? It has metal buckles, which is more than this. They say it actually weighs 1.13 pounds, which is very specific. It's just 1 pound. This thing does not even weigh more than like a few ounces, maybe 2 ounces. This thing's like 2 ounces. This thing's over a pound. And most of that weight's due to the metal buckles and everything. But like I said, this thing is no longer available, unfortunately. I'm sure you could go on eBay or something to find one. Hopefully they bring them back into stock. I mean, I'll keep you guys posted if I hear anything. But I mean, you can see them side by side. I was lucky enough to be able to have them both. So I mean, like, this thing is so much better compared to this cheap piece of crap that I don't even know what to do with now. But you know, you put this thing in the glass box and everything, and it just kind of is amazing. And like I said, this glass box kind of sits down on this thing to kind of seal it up pretty good. So that is the Fiend Deluxe Mask. I mean, for $200, I think they should include the glass box. This glass box actually got at my local big box framing store. It was $50, but I got it for half price for $25, so it wasn't bad. I mean, I think they should, personally, I think they should include that inside the Fiend Deluxe Mask kit, but kit, if we want to call it, make it a kit instead of just the mask. I think that would make up everything. But it looks good in the room, guys. I mean, I know some people are going to call me stupid for paying $200 for it, but it's a lot better than the other one. This is what the replica should be to begin with. It shouldn't be that toy. But that is just my personal opinion, but I do give this a giant thumbs up. For the $200 price point, I mean, they are making a killing. Well, let's not be mistaken here. It's not 100% real leather. I mean, I don't know if they could quite do it for $50, but at least $100 they probably could have done this. It is a bit overpriced, but you got to pay for quality, I guess, and the WWE licensing and the design and all of that. So they're making a lot of money, but hopefully most of it's going to Bray Wyatt for his wonderful creation. So this is the Fiend Mask, the Deluxe Edition. That was my review of it compared to that. I guess that will just count as the review for both of them. This is them compared, and obviously the winner is the more expensive, high quality work of art. So there you guys have, that's going to do it for this review video, compare video, whatever you guys want to call this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on push notifications. That is absolutely free. You'll be notified when I upload a brand new amazing video just like this one. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.